Hello, mammals! Today we're taking a look at Diablo 4, the latest of demon-slaying, angel-praying, loot-spraying, and hours-lost-playing hack-and-slash RPG from legendary game developer Blizzard Entertainment, a company who can do no wrong and has never released a disappointing product ever. Well, okay, while that may not be entirely true, we can at least say that Blizzard has never let us down with a Diablo title before. Okay.
Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
But regardless of your outlook on Blizzard or its catalog of games, one can't deny that since the release of the original Diablo game back in 1997, legions of Nephilim have risen to accept the challenge of driving the Lord of Terror and his Hellspawn back into the Dark Abyss. The red-headed stepchild of a world known as Sanctuary is once again being completely obliterated by the cosmic war between good and evil, and it is our duty, nay, our destiny, to rise up and bring this desolate waste back to the light and save its people. Okay, I can't. We all know we play this game to spill oceans of demon blood and bask in the fountains of loot for that well-deserved golden shower. Today, we will start from the start, creating our first hero and diving into the introductory experience of playing Diablo 4. If you're enjoying the What It's Like series, make sure to smash that like button, and let me know in the comments down below what other games you'd like to see featured in future episodes. It really makes me a happy sloth. Now it's time to wade through hordes of demon spawn and delve deep into the darkest corners of Sanctuary. So sit back, mammals, grab some popcorn or a nice pile of leaves, berries, and twigs, and let's experience the experience. We start our adventure by creating our character. Diablo gives you a choice of 5 different classes: the Barbarian, the Necromancer, the Sorcerer, the Rogue, and the Druid. We'll make our first character a stealthy rogue, so that we can leap from the shadows and sneak attack our enemies. And when the going gets rough, we can bravely retreat back into those same shadows like the Weasley Prowler that we really are. For a game where you rarely see your character's face, you have a surprising amount of features to customize your character and really make them your own. Take your time, and create the exact look that you will ultimately hide under layers of elaborate armor. Once you've named and created your avatar, you'll see yourself center stage for the game's opening cutscene. We find ourselves on a calm winter day, riding alone through the wilderness of Sanctuary. As the day turns to night, slowly the winds begin to stir. After coming across a statue that clearly nobody is taking care of, our horse panics and runs off into the darkness, just like we trained them to do. And since nothing that scurries off into the woods in a panic ever comes back alive, we are forced to continue our expedition on foot. Weary and cold, we use our keen survival instincts to wander into a cave during the day, then wait until the bitter cold dark of night and wake up to press on. But this time, under our control.
Better shelter before I freeze.
After exploring around, we come across a small village named Nevesk. Here we are told that there be demons nearby, and since the only 2 things in life we care about are killing demons and looting their good-for-nothing corpses for shiny trinkets, we head out to seek blood and fortune. Our first dungeon crawl is a good experience. It's clean and exciting with plenty of enemies to use as test animals for our new abilities as we level up. The dungeon ends with a simple boss fight, showing us some of the basic mechanics of boss battles and giving us a little taste of the piles of loot that await us. Upon returning to Nevesk, we are thanked and rewarded by the locals for saving them from the nearby hell spawn. Food and drink on the house for the hero of the day. If you turn off your in-game music, the cutscene music also vanishes, so you can watch in awkward discomfort as the NPCs sort of dance around in absolute silence. Let's just enjoy this moment together. Unfortunately, we have little to no tolerance for even the weakest of alcoholic beverages, so naturally we pass out after only a few sips. Lucky for us, this nice gentleman with a cart comes in to take us to what we can safely assume will be our own comfortable suite in the local inn. Now, I don't know if he's supposed to be humming along to the game music that we shut off, but I must admit, it is extremely unsettling to listen to this man hum as he drags our unconscious body to his kill barn. After being rescued by an NPC we met earlier, we continue on for a few more quests, and are then given a vision of our villain Lilith, and a bit more insight to her character and personality. Spoiler alert, she is one dark bitch. We next find ourselves looking for a hermit's cabin. Naturally, after entering a residence, our first instinct is to begin poking around for things that may be loose and could potentially fall into our pockets. Once the owner returns, we quickly conceal our prizes, and he introduces himself as Lorath. Following him will take you to your first real town and a popular player hub known as Kyovashad. In Kyovashad, and most other settlements in the game, you will find some basic services such as a healer, weapon and armor merchants, as well as a blacksmith, jeweler, alchemist, and much more. Take the time to explore around and meet the locals. Here you'll also find your secret stash for storing your stolen stuffs, and a wardrobe to change your disguise to make sure that if that jerky bug gives your description to a guard, you'll be able to easily avoid detection. Another very important landmark are waypoints. These little platforms allow you to teleport all over the map with ease. Always be sure to run up and activate these babies right away. Don't run past them around 15 to 20 times, completely ignoring them until you have a quest later that would have been much easier to get to you had you have been more proactive. Each time you level, you are given an ability point to spend in the new skill tree, unlocking your tricks of the trade for slaying armies of demons. While the tree looks like a convoluted mess of symbols and lines, it's actually fairly linear and easy to understand once you start plopping in your points. You can create a wide range of playstyles to fit your own particular needs. While there will always be that perfect meta build, I've found that you can play around with your points and try out a wide range of builds without ever hindering your ability to progress through a story. You'll soon find your stride and begin flying through levels as you discover more and more of the Diablo 4 lore. Thus far, Diablo 4 has been a great ride. The story keeps you engaged, and the world is filled with events and side quests to keep you out and exploring for hours. Your first playthrough will require that you complete the story of Diablo 4, but you're still given a lot of freedom, so it doesn't necessarily feel so linear. If you're an old-school Diablo player who loves the experience of adventure, discovery, and hordes of treasure, then you will most definitely have a good time. An enjoyable journey through the levels until ultimately defeating Lilith and looking onward to the Diablo 4 in-game experience. Which is exactly what we'll be doing in our next episode, leveling up through the main story and taking a look at what awaits us after we've saved the world. If you've had a good time, let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, and as always, thanks for hanging out, mammals.